First impressions are critically important when, meet new people. One simple, hi, I'm Nolan, and everybody knows I'm Nolan. But if you say, hi, I'm Noah, now you're Noah for the rest of the conversation. Just like a first impression, what you show up with on your board when you're surfing is very important. It sets the tone for who you are as a surfer. And that's why I want to convince everybody that Foo Wax is the best wax to use when you're surfing. So like it opens and just like rub it and then like give it a smell so you can feel like the stickiness and all that. Following these 3 points, I'm going to explain why Foo Wax is the best wax for you when you're surfing. The first point is the stick, the second point is the community, and the third point is the sustainability. So, the stick. This wax is so sticky, people have actually been able to walk up walls with the wax on their feet. And so, how did this come to happen? How did people perfect the wax? Well, that's the community. This wax was developed by a man named Fuad Mansur, so that's where you get the FU for the wax, his first 2 letters of his name. He's a Brazilian man. He grew up in the 70s, and this was before surfing was super popular in Brazil. So he was actually designing his own board, shaping his own boards, glassing his own boards, making his own fins, and making his own wax. It took him a staggering 364,028 different combinations of that wax before that bar you have in your hand was made, and it's perfect. So this community is super tight at first because, it's just a local Brazilian little wax guy. And so Brazil took home, and they actually have the gold medal this past year from the Olympics for surfing, possibly because of this wax. So the community is super tightly knit, and it's so exclusive that everybody has it in the surfing community. Well, everybody at the top of the list have it because you just need to have the wax. Kelly Slater he credited his perfect 10-foot air. So he went 10 feet over the lip of a wave because of that wax, which is pretty crazy. Back to the sticky point. So when you're thrashing down the line, sending these huge sprays in the air, you want to make sure you're stuck to your board. But also, you're in the ocean, so you have to be wary as to what you're putting in the ocean. That goes to the sustainability point. This wax is, you can just check it wherever you're doing. Does everybody see it? Cool. So the sustainability is the really important part because it's all handmade in a garage in Brazil. And so they only use recyclable products except for the plastic, which is kind of unfortunate because they ship it globally. So it's a product of Brazil, but it's made by 4 dudes. One of them's the son of Fuad. And so they literally just make wax in a garage all day. But it's totally organic, like no crazy like sweatshops making a bunch of wax and stuff. And so it's very sustainable. And there's no chemicals in it that can kill like wildlife or coral and all that stuff. So it's very good for the surfing. And so that's why we're gonna, the stickiness of the surf wax is really important. The community surrounding it. If you show up with that bread on your butter on your surfboard, everybody's instantly gonna respect you in the lineup. And also it's super sustainable, so you're keeping it fresh. So that's why you should use Foo. So I leave you with the question. Next time you go surfing with your buddies, are you gonna say F you to the Foo, or are you gonna